Well, it's becoming a trend for the Mississippi legislature to overlook funding of public education each and every year.
But they may not be able to do that much longer. As 7 on your side's Margaret and Morgan reports, a change to the state constitution could be the answer.
We've gotten to the culture that we just know we're not going to have extra money, and we've gotten pretty good at making do with what we have.
Dr. Ben Burnett has had to make changes along with every other school district in the state of Mississippi to make up for the $5 million his district has lost each school year for at least the past 3 years. That amount of money would have come from MAEP funds, but the state legislature has only funded that twice in the past 17 years.
It's very frustrating that the legislature continues to cut and cut at K through 12 education, when in 1997 they promised to do exactly the opposite.
Patsy Brumfield has joined others invested in public education to form the campaign Better Schools, Better Jobs. It's an effort to make an amendment to the state constitution that says adequately funding education must be done each year.
The fact that they have failed to do this something like 15 out of 17 years is nothing but frustrating to the public, to business owners who are relying on the education system to produce well-educated workers. It's just frustrating for everybody. It's kind of hard to understand.
The way it works is pretty simple. When Mississippi's economy grows by at least 3%, the amendment will require 25% of that money to go towards education.
When you break it down by school district and you see how much those individual districts have lost, what they could have done with it is very shocking.
LAMAR County Schools has been underfunded by nearly $23 million over the last 6 years. Superintendent Dr. Ben Burnett says that money could have been used for a number of things.
And that's really the difference that we've made up, is just by not having as many employees, which has been difficult because during that time we've grown by almost 2,000 students.
The Better Schools campaign will seek over 100,000 signatures across the state over the next few months in support of their funding plan. That's what it will take to get this ballot initiative in place for the 2015 general election. If it passes, there's no longer a question of if our schools are funded, because if you go against the Constitution, then you go to court. Margaret and Morgan for 7 on your side.